Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Wrestling vs. the World podcast. You know, enjoying your day, sweet. If not, well, what the hell ever. So, it's time for another video game review here. It's been a little bit since I've done one, and I wanted to finally cover a game that I just finally got into. Kinda. WWE Crush Hour. Now, the only reason I finally got into this, because I was able to get it working on my PlayStation 4. I'm not going to explain how. I don't want Sony to come after me. But, finally got around to trying this game after all of these years. So, this game was released for the GameCube, PlayStation 2, back in around March, May, depending on your area, of 2003. And as mentioned in that podcast episode talking about WWE Lost Media, it was supposed to release on Xbox, got scrapped, so we only got two consoles to go through, and I'm going based on the PlayStation 2 port here. So, when it comes to this game, think WWE with Twisted Metal, but just not as exciting. So, I gotta give praise, they have a really good roster here. You have The Rock, Brock, Stone Cold, Undertaker, Kane, Trish, Edge, Benoit, Regal, Billy Chuck, Bubba Ray, Test, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Stacy Keibler, Big Show, Rikishi, Rob Van Dam, Booker T, Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle, and Triple H. And you have 9 other characters that you can unlock throughout the game. Kevin Nash is the only one that you can unlock with a code. And then the other 8, you have to beat through season mode. So, Bradshaw, you have to win season mode with Brock. Christian, you have to be with Chris Jericho. Get Devon, you unlock with Bubba Ray. Hulk Hogan, with The Rock. Lita, unlock winning with Matt Hardy. Ric Flair, I've seen 2 saying you have to do Big Show, Rob Van Dam, and Triple H. Another one just saying just Triple H. Stephanie, you win with Kurt. And Vince, you either beat him in a final fight or you win with Stone Cold. So, there are at least unlockables here. So, you've got many stages that go on through here that you can use, whether they be in the game, through season mode, or even through exhibition. Different layouts, you got weapon upgrades that you can use, as well as the built-in lasers and ramming. You can double your damage, you can use rockets, annihilators, grenades, mines, stuff like that. But the big part of the story mode, the season mode, is that I think they said Vince is like taking control over another medium, and he's just like wanting to see all these wrestlers gotta fight to their doom. Well, Vince, that's not particularly a good idea. So, I finally played through this game. I went through some exhibitions and a bit of season mode, because I decided to go with The Rock for season mode to try to unlock Hogan. I only beat the first stage, because the second one went to Hell in the Cell, which is another instance where the is put there instead of A for Hell in A, compared to like the Armageddon one. This really got frustrating for me because the controls just felt a little too stiff, especially when you're trying to make a turn and you're constantly colliding with everything. The AI with these wrestlers, they always felt like they were always targeting you. It's like, it felt like, I made a vlog, I know, made about this years ago, where like last time I played laser tagging, I had a shitload of kids just following me, just like, boom, boom, got you, noob. It felt like that. It felt like people were deliberately following you, just targeting you the whole time. It's kind of like when you're playing a current WWE game in a big multi-man match and everybody's got their lock-in on you, even when you're targeting somebody else. It's like, oh, he's a human, gotta get him. Some of the weapons can be a pain in the ass, like the grenade launcher, I'm not fond of it. The mines, I only saw them work maybe once or twice, because like I know I accidentally tripped over them during some of my gameplay. One of the exhibition modes, like I just kept it on the standard like settings and everything for like difficulty and characters and everything. I got like one win, like one defeat, like crushing there, and then the other guys just dominated. Because like I do like the custom designs that they have for like all these vehicles for these different wrestlers, based on like their personalities and everything. Like the Undertaker, he can come out on his own motorcycle and everything. But the character you choose can also determine the stats on your vehicle with braking, handling, and acceleration. Even with Stone Cold's like big monster truck, it felt like a pain in the ass to try to maneuver with, especially without tipping over and rolling over. At one point I remember I did the Hell in a Cell stage, and like, you had that big round opening that looked like it was a portal to hell. I ended up falling into there, because I flew over the railing and fell to my death. Just be like, oh, gonna go into that area that goes looping around, and instead accidentally go over the middle, and then right into lava, boom. So then you lose a point by doing that. It's like, what? Like, that wasn't even intentional. I was just trying to get the weapons and everything. The only commentary you get in the game is from JR. And honestly, it felt like JR was phoning this one in. Like, it felt similar to Taz's commentary during WWF Just Bring It on SmackDown Just Bring It on the PS2. I am here to do commentary, Cole. Like, it just felt way too robotic and nothing unique. It's just like, oh, I gotta read the lines. Like, you could have at least shown him some gameplay to try to get at least a visual there to try to get invested and add some emotion there to try to get people excited, but when it sounds too robotic, it's gonna be noticeable and nobody's gonna like it. But this game, like I said, I do like the roster choices that they got here, but like there are some names that they didn't even put in here either. Like, where was Shawn Michaels? I know he was on the roster by this point. Like, that didn't make sense. Like I said, you got Kane, Undertaker, Edge, Benoit, Jericho, Regal, Billy Chuck. Like, Shawn Michaels is like the one that stands out. I'm just like, why in the world is he not in there? So, like I said, yeah, there are 9 characters, 1 with a code, the other 8 you gotta go through season mode. But it's like with the pain in the ass through season mode, like I said, I couldn't get past the second stage with The Rock and Hell in the Cell. Why would I be what's my implication or motivation for still playing the game, even with the other characters? Like, with how frustrating that second level was, I don't want to have to replay the level and keep going in order to traverse through this and try to unlock all these characters. And hell, where was Farouk? You got Bradshaw here, you don't have Farouk. And some characters that make sense with the unlockables, like you said, you play Bubba Ray, you unlock Devon. The Rock kind of makes sense with Hogan because of WrestleMania, Matt Hardy, and Lita. I mean, some of these just are... I don't get it. Like, there are other women you probably could have had. You could have put Jacqueline or Ivory or Victoria. Like, for the female side. It's just like... It just felt like this game was trying too hard to be Twisted Metal. That it just felt like it didn't know how to execute everything properly. Because, like I said, it was just a complete pain in the ass to maneuver with the steering and the driving. And that shouldn't be a problem when the core mechanic of this is driving. Yeah, you got the weapons too, but you got to be able to maneuver your way around and be able to focus your weapons on everybody, whether they be lasers or rockets or you're activating turbo, your damage and armor is up, you got that scoop freaking pretty much a big snow shovel that you kind of see at the front of trucks you get when your driveway is being shoveled and everything during a blizzard. It's like you got all this stuff going on, but yet it doesn't feel like anything clicks. Like, it's a fun little novelty, like, yeah, a WWE game is in a different genre, because I know we didn't get that very often within the WWE name. But this just doesn't work. It's just like WCW Backstage Assault trying to freaking think that matches are going to work without a wrestling ring. Like, it's just a pain in the ass. Like, I think this is the first time we've seen one game somewhat like this since maybe WWF Betrayal on the Game Boy Color, where it's like a wrestling game in name only with the name and label, but without the actual wrestling concept, and it just doesn't click. I mean, hey, at least we're not doing another Double Dragon clone, and who knows what we're going to possibly get in the future. We know the weird games that we get on iOS and all this other nonsense. But yeah, this... I'm just not fond of this one. Like, I know it took me forever to finally try this. This was like one of the only WWE games that I had never played before. But I didn't like this. Like, it was just their game. So it's just, like I said, I'm not incentivized to keep playing the game in order to unlock everybody, because the game is just a pain in the ass. You have a hard time steering, you have a hard time aiming. Even with some weapons that should be locked on, they don't always feel like they're going to work, even if they're laser guided or they're an annihilator or whatever. I'm sorry, I have to give this game a no in terms of a recommendation. I don't recommend this. Like, I've seen reviews saying like they gave her like right in the middle, like around a 5-ish, like out of the ratings out of 10. It feels like it's a little too lenient. Maybe I give him like more of a 4. Like I said, I do like some of the creativity, but the execution is flawed. Like, I can't see myself playing this game again. And to think it was a pain in the ass just to get this to freaking run on my PS4. So anyway, let me know what you all thought in the comment section below. What did you all think about WWE Crush Hour for those who played it? If you enjoyed it or not, let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's episode of the podcast, folks, please remember, leave a like, subscribe to the bell, turn on here on YouTube, comment what you thought below. Bell turn on, like I said, get notifications, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for listening, folks. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out and good day, everybody, and screw this game.